Banastre Tarleton's brutality and ruthlessness made him one of the most intimidating British officers during the American Revolution. Tarleton was born in Liverpool, England on August 21, 1754. His father was a successful merchant and had served as mayor of Liverpool. Tarleton received an education at the University of College, Oxford, since his parents hoped he would become a lawyer. Instead of focusing on his studies, he chose to participate in boxing, riding, and playing cricket. He gambled away his 5,000 British pound inheritance and was soon in debt. He paid £800 to purchase the military rank of a cornet and to escape his financial problems. He was 21 when he entered the King's Dragoon Guards. The year was 1775 and the war in America had just begun. Finding that he was well suited to the life of a soldier, Banastre Tarleton volunteered to join General George Cornwallis. The British ships landed at Cape Fear, North Carolina in May of 1776. Banastre Tarleton first participated in the unsuccessful attack against Charleston, South Carolina. His daring and swiftness helped Tarleton be promoted to lieutenant colonel before age 24. He was among the men who helped capture General Charles Lee at White's Tavern in New Jersey. Tarleton forced Lee to surrender by threatening to burn down the building. The sight of Tarleton's raiders, a group of green-uniformed light infantry and cavalry, caused panic to the American militia. Tarleton was involved in many of the British victories in New York, Pennsylvania, and New Jersey. Since his men had lost horses on the voyage to join the Southern campaign, Banastre Tarleton attacked American militia and captured enough enemy horses to supply his troops. He helped General Henry Clinton during the Siege of Charleston by cutting off American supply lines and passages of communication. Soon after the Charleston victory, General Cornwallis sent Tarleton to chase after Colonel Buford's American troops, who had turned north to escape the siege. They soon caught up with Buford at Waxhaws. Tarleton demanded that the Americans surrender, but they refused. The battle was decisive as Tarleton's 270 troops forced the 350 poorly trained Americans to surrender. Tarleton was given nicknames such as Bloody Bannon the Butcher based on what happened next. The British say that Tarleton's horse was shot down after the white flag was raised, so they started to slaughter the Americans. Controversially, the rebels claimed that the bloodthirsty butcher ordered his men to attack with sabers and bayonets. Other patriots said that Tarleton ordered the attack so he wouldn't have to deal with prisoners. Only 100 of Buford's men managed to escape. At the Battle of Camden, Tarleton became a British hero since he caused General Horatio Gates to cowardly flee the battle site. More British victories followed. Even as the enemy taunted him for having no mercy, Tarleton fought fiercely against Colonel Thomas Sumter. The Battle of Fishing Creek was an easy win, but the Battle of Blackstock's Farm was a tie. Tarleton was satisfied by the skirmish since General Sumter had been injured. Tarleton became ill and the British Legion under his command fought poorly against General Francis Marion and his use of guerrilla tactics. Banastre Tarleton called Marion the Swamp Fox because he managed to harass and elude the British. The winning streak didn't last long. The Battle of Cowpens was a turning point in favor of the Patriots. American General Daniel Morgan knew Tarleton's weakness. The British commander always rushed attacks. Morgan's plan to force the British into heavy fire with no way to retreat was successful. This was the first taste of defeat for Tarleton at the hands of the Americans. He fled when he discovered that his men were trapped. With a wounded reputation, Tarleton fought for revenge at the Guilford Courthouse battle. He lost 2 fingers when he took a bullet in his right hand. Tarleton conducted a raid of Virginian government officials and almost captured Thomas Jefferson. Banastre Tarleton was forced to surrender his troops with Cornwallis at Yorktown. He returned home to Liverpool on parole. Following the war, he became a politician and was elected as a member of Parliament. Tarleton later recorded his victories in the history of the campaigns of 1780 and 1781. He died of natural causes at age 78 in 1833. The British general was buried at Lyne-Fordine churchyard. Although he was hailed as a hero in Britain, Banastre Tarleton is better known in America for his extreme cruelty.